what one piece of advice would you give to that man right now to help him through his experiences?
Any bitterness or anger or spite or hate that you hold within you will only eat you up and destroy you. You can't get anyone back. There is no such thing as revenge. You've just got to go inward and heal you. Be loving and kind and gentle to yourself. Do your inner work. You can shine again. Doesn't matter how low or whatever bad things have happened. Turn yourself around. Work on you. Focus on you.
When you touched on it with suicide, stuff like that, it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And it's not, it might quote unquote make things better for you. That's debatable. Like, we don't even know. It might not make things better. It's absolutely going to make things 1,000 times worse for everybody left behind.
But the best things you can do are to write as much as possible. Get yourself a journal and or get yourself, a Google Doc or get something and just write this stuff out. When you sit alone with yourself, you tend to internalize and you tend to talk to yourself, and you're your own worst enemy. And so you gotta get this out somehow.
Looking at divorce in the lens of trauma, it's not so much about what happened in the traumatic event, but it's how good and quickly of support did you get that has the most impact in your recovery.
Kind of set up your plan. What do you want your life to look like? I mean, it's completely changed, and there's no limitations on what you do.
My recommendation would be to not rush to try to fix or take hold of the situation to control it.
You are enough right now, as you are in this moment. And this is an opportunity, a shared opportunity, and a welcome opportunity to become yourself. Don't squander it.
The failed marriage is not something that you should be concentrating on. What you should be turning around and saying, what can I do right now to stand up and become this whole person that maybe I've been lacking?
The Buddhists talk about it being the Kamal phase, right? The part between the death of oneself and your rebirth, or in this case, the death of one aspect of your life and its rebirth. And that's a great, great learning opportunity. Khalil Gibran once said, even as love crowns you, so shall he crucify you. And even as he's for your growth, so he is for your pruning. So this is learning. It gets better. It's temporary. And the best is yet to come.
Focus on your eating, your moving, your sleeping, your breathing. So you build your psychological strength.
Time does not heal wounds. I think that's the biggest BS ever.
Agreed.
We grow around the wounds. We become stronger. We become different. We become more developed in different areas because of it.
There's no pressure to not feel completely shitty about what's happened. There's no pressure to hurry up and get over it. Your only job today is to add one more thing to the list of something that feels good.
Know that you will be all right in time. It does not, in all likelihood, feel remotely good right now. And yet this may be the greatest gift that's come your way.
And sometimes we have to go through some pretty painful things to grow and to do better.
In that moment, we end up feeling deeply inadequate and terrible about ourselves generally, that we've been rejected. And remember that point that I said at the beginning, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken and you don't need fixing. That your value never came from, it was an illusion that your value ever came from the marriage. The marriage may have been a wonderful part of your life, an important part of your life, but it wasn't where your value came from.
Guys, tend to try to drink them away or drug them away or throw themselves into their work and work them away, or they'll dive into a new relationship too quickly and try to, avoid their feelings that way. None of that is going to work long term.
You're starting your journey now, but we're not at the point where maybe I am, or like where Chris is in group, or yourself or anybody else. Try to be like a beacon of hope for someone. Try to impart your wisdom on somebody else.
Find a healthy way to process the emotions and don't hold them in.
Make sure that you've got a team of people who are supporting you. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Anger in the beginning says,
I am a person of worth and I shouldn't be treated that way. And your anger shows you that you know you are a person of worth. Allow that anger to settle down. What we want to deal with is the anger that now takes up residence in the human heart and is so disrespectful, doesn't know how to leave even when you ask it to leave. That's when you say, you know, I've been living with this now for months or years. Enough is enough. I don't want this person now to win twice, to give this to me for the rest of my life. Now I'm ready for forgiveness.